Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome to Raven's Ramble. Today's video is all about discussing the pros and the cons of Legion based on the content in the game so far. Now, for those people who are still in the honeymoon phase, and Legion is the best X-Pack ever, has no flaws, and anyone giving legitimate criticism either hates WoW or is salty or, you know, fucking why you always say why are you guys still playing if you hate the game so much, blah blah blah. There's no chance having a conversation with you, so thank you for stopping by. The dislike button is just down there, and have a nice day. For everyone else who has moved past that phase, that Legion is the best thing since sliced bread, we're going to look at each of the systems in WoW and discuss all the good stuff and where they fucked up. So all the pros, all the cons, we're going to go very in depth with that for each of the systems currently in the game. So we're going to start with world quests. So the pros for world quests are, it takes a little bit to unlock it. So basically with the world quest, when you first get to level 110, you have to basically get obviously friendly with every single faction. That is good. It's not a high barrier to entry with that. It's something where you actually have a fucking barrier to entry. Not everything is just given to you straight away. And the bulk of it is done when you very first get into, like, as you're leveling up. I think you only need to do Surima and maybe the very last zone that you didn't fully complete. But once you've done that, world quests unlock, which is very, very good. Now, another thing that's really, really good about World Quest is it actually gets you out into the world. You get to see other people. Like, that's really what you want in an MMO. It's an RPG, for Christ's sake. It's an MMO, massive multiplayer online. The more you're outside, the more you're actually running around the world and running into people. It gives a higher chance of you actually interacting with people, and that's the whole fucking point of the game. If you're playing this for a single player game, go play fucking Skyrim. There's no point in that, okay? Now, that's basically the two good things with the World Quests. We're going to be moving on to the cons. Now, with the cons, the bulk of the quests that you do, they're just repeats of what you previously did as you're leveling up. Okay, there's a couple of them in there that are brand new ones, but the majority of them are just literally the same shit you did while you were leveling, but go do it again and you'll get a reward at the end. That's lazy as fuck. That is so boring. And Blizzard, you can do better than that. I'm sick and tired of people coming up with the bullshit. Oh, you know, it takes so long to do these things. Fuck off. Let's be fucking real here. Blizzard are a multi-billion-dollar company. They make so much fucking money and they have so many people working for them. They could literally do anything in a game. Anything and everything. They choose not to because they're lazy. Let's be fucking real, okay? Now, one of the other cons is that the gear that you get from the quests is, it's okay. At the start, it's really, really good. It's a fucking awesome way to level up. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's an awesome way to get some gear when you're starting out. But once you actually get a decent item level, you're not really replacing much as you're getting up there. And it's pretty, you look at half of them and you go, yeah, that's not an upgrade. That's not an upgrade. And yes, don't give me that fucking RNG time Forge bullshit, okay? That's a carrot on a stick. They put that there because they want you to keep doing the daily quest that you normally wouldn't do, but they're forcing you to do it because you might get an upgrade, and that's fucking stupid. The AP quest, okay at the start. Once again, the problem with this questing system is it's all really good at the start. Once you actually get established, and by established I mean a week later, it's all pretty pointless. People say, oh, but you can still farm AP. I'll get onto that later with the Mythic Plus dungeons. Farming AP once you actually get somewhat through your tree with world quests is fucking pointless. It's a waste of time because the amount of AP you actually get from those world quests is negligible. It's not even worth it. Okay, you're better off doing a Mythic Plus dungeon and getting a fuck ton more AP than you normally would from that. Garrison resources are garrison resources. They're fucking useless to begin with. But yeah, so overall, the system though is a really good system. I like the direction that they've gone with it. I like that they've actually implemented it. Okay, the fact that it's actually in the game is really, really good. Do not get me wrong. It's just they've been a bit lazy with how they've done it because it's, once again, they're just taking a bunch of shortcuts to get something out that is there, it works, and it gets you interacting with people, but it's the same old shit you've done before, and they need to clean that up. But apart from that, it's a good system. Alright, next we're going to roll into those Mythic Plus dungeons, okay? The pros are it gives people a chance to push for something, some sort of content outside of raiding. I know some people, they don't like raiding, and for whatever reason, they prefer to do the 5-man dungeons, and there's no problem with that, okay? You want to do 5-man dungeons and you like that sort of shit, go for it. And this gives you an avenue, people an avenue to do that. They can push for progression, they can push for gear, and they can also push for a challenge if they want that. With the whatever, if they want to go for a 5, then go for a 5. They want to stick around the 2s, they can. If they want to go all the way up to 10, they can. And that's really, really good system to have in place because it gives some sort of progression. And I know everyone, no matter who you are, it's very fucking rare to find someone who just wants to do something for the sake of fucking doing it, okay? Everyone wants to do something because they want to progress. And this is a way for people to progress outside of that raiding environment if they choose to. 100% it's a good thing, okay? It scales as well. Like I said, it scales so you can have that difficulty. If you wanna, if you wake up one day and you're like, I really want a fucking challenge, you go do a fucking Mythic Plus 10, okay? If you have the gear for it, of course. But if you wake up and you don't really, because the problem with raiding is, if you're doing heroic, you wake up, you're doing heroic or mythic. Like, your guild's up to that, that's what you're doing. You're not going to go, hey guys, I can't be fucked today, you want to go do some normal, because they're all going to tell you get it fucked, right? With this, if you get up and you just want to do a fucking mythic +2, you can, and I like that. I like the fact that sometimes you just get up and you can't be fucked, okay? And you can, but you still want to do something, and you still want a little bit of a challenge, but not too much. This is your avenue for that, and I'm fully for that. No problem from me right there. Now, it's the best way to get AP while gearing up, okay? Once again, those the daily quests, fucking at the start, go for it. Afterwards, they're fucking useless, alright? Because you get so much more fucking AP while gearing up still, if you RNGesus allows it, in these Mythic Plus dungeons, and you get a shit ton of it. Once you start getting through your tree with your fucking artifact weapon, you end up having to get like 500,000 fucking AP. When you're doing all these fucking world quests, even with the artifact knowledge, some of them give you like 2,000. Hooray! 700, 800, even if it's like 4,000, it still is negligible. Whereas if you do a Mythic Plus, you get every single boss will drop you some. And that's fucking insanely good. Now the cons with Mythic Pluses is the 3 chest system is a pro, but it's also a con, and it's more of a con for this reason, okay? There is no point during doing a Mythic Plus above 3 or 4, because unless you really outscale it, right, the content as you're going up, with the way that the RNG works, you're better off smashing the 3 or the 4 and getting the 3 chests than you are of doing the basically a Mythic 6 or a Mythic 8 and just barely getting that timer and then only getting the 1 chest. But think of it like this, okay? You have a dice. You're playing a fucking board game. If you had the chance to roll once on a piece of gear and maybe get an upgrade because RNG, or you could roll 3 times, so once on 3 pieces of gear, you have 3 times the chance of getting an upgrade than on the 1. So why the fuck would you go and do a Mythic +6 and barely get the timer and actually get the fucking piece of gear at the end? Or would you just do a 3, which is, yeah, sure, you outgear it, but you're guaranteed to get those 3 chests, and then you get 3 pieces of gear maybe. That's what I'm talking about. There is no point in doing it, and that sort of it undercuts the system a little bit, and that's kind of shit. And lastly, for the cons, it's basically a system ripped right from Diablo. Let's fucking be real here. Anyone who says it isn't, it's the greater rifts. Anyone who says it isn't is full of shit, and once again, you're one of the guys who is sitting over there in the honeymoon phase, and I'm surprised you've even stayed this long. But basically, this game is WoW. It's supposed to be an MMO full of content and progression. You progress through content, and then you get a reward at the end, okay? The Diablo system is the opposite. The Diablo system is they have a set amount of content that you run over and over and over and over again, for the chance of RNG to get you something a little bit better. It's a massive grind, it's a massive fucking RNG based game, and that's what Diablo is. When I'm playing Diablo, I don't bitch about grinds, I don't bitch about fucking RNG, because that's the fucking game, okay? When I play World of Warcraft, and I've been playing this game for 12 years, I've been playing since vanilla. When I play World of Warcraft, it's always been an MMO. I want to progress my character. I want a fucking clear goal of, that's an armor set, I want to go for fucking Giant Stalkers, I need to go to MC, I need to do this and this and this before it, get my fucking Giant Stalkers, and that's how it's going to be. Yes, there's going to be a bit of a grind going for Giant Stalkers, because I got to do the same raid over and over again, I get that. But there's a big difference between having a clear set fucking goal of where I want to go and what I want to do, and having oh yeah, here's like, you know, 10 dungeons that we made, and we've made a system so you can just run them over and over again, for the slight chance that you might get a possible upgrade. But yeah, there you go, enjoy, and just run that same shit over and over again. There's a big difference, because one I have a set clear path, the other one I have, yeah, you might get something, you might not. And I don't, that's not why I play an MMO, that's not what MMOs are supposed to be. MMOs are supposed to be a clear path from start to finish, here's the content you're going through, and it's a never ending clear path. But you always have a way to go. And that's the problem with this system overall. It's like I said, don't get me wrong, it's a fucking amazing system. And in this point in time with WoW's life, I'm completely for it. But at the same time, I'm not going to, just because I'm for something in its current state, I'm not going to just put the blindfold on and go, yeah, it's amazing and there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It does have its faults. But overall, it's a good system. Next, we're going to move on to world bosses. So we're going to go with the pros first. Once again, it gets people out into the world, plain and simple. And I'm never going to be against that. No matter what you say, no matter what anyone says, I will never be against getting people out into the fucking world to see each other. This is an MMO. Even if you're not going to quest, even if you're not going to group up, it doesn't fucking matter. As long as you are seeing cunts running around, you're playing, you know you're playing an MMO, okay? We're not NPCs. This game isn't built on NPCs. If I want that, once again, I'll go play Skyrim. I'll go play a single player game. No, I'm playing this because I want to see other people around. That's the whole point of the game. You get once again, you get a chance to get a piece of gear outside of raiding. A relevant piece of gear, which is quite nice. I like that, okay? There's always been world bosses, and they've always given the chance to give gear, and that is a good thing. Because it gives you a boost, it gives people who are raiding a reason to actually go and fucking do them as well. And it, once again, the more reasons you give for people to go out into the world and do something, valid reasons, not just grind and RNG, the valid reason of go do this to get people to see each other is a good thing. And yeah, there's a nice, there's a nice variation of bosses. Like, you know, you got with the gym, you got the fucking giant guy up in the forest, you got the dragon in fucking Stormheim. It's nice. They got a nice variation from zone to zone, which is never a bad thing. Now moving on to the cons for the world bosses. It's a cool system, but once again, it's based on what we've already had. Like I said, I mentioned vanilla with the dragons. It's not new. I've seen some people fucking sitting here like, oh my god, world bosses, they're brand new, like they're done like they've never been done before. What the fuck have you been watching? Are you serious? They've been done in every single fucking expansion nearly. They're there. They've always been there, and they're not new. This is nothing new. This is literally just a system that's been in for fucking ever, just put back in. It just fucking absolutely blows my mind. It baffles me that people can think this is a new system. Like, how retarded can you be? Seriously. Now, anyone who actually has done these world bosses, once again, it's awesome that you get to fucking actually rock up and see people. That's fucking great. But you rock up, you click your fucking looking for group, you find your group, you fly there or you get a summon there, and then you fucking hit on the boss for 5 minutes, boss dies, check your bag for some fucking loot, and then you piss off. That's not good. Like, they need to fix that, because back in, like I said, back in the vanilla, one thing I fucking love, what happened was to do the world bosses when they popped up, the dragons, we would actually get 2 or 3 actually of the top 3 guilds. We'd all meet up and then we'd fucking kill the boss together. It'd take like 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on how fucking long it took and how many people we managed to get to rock up. But it was, you had to worry about mechanics, you had to worry about different shit, and it was actually something, it was an event. That's what I'm trying to say here, it's an event. Now it's not an event. Now it's world bosses up, chance to maybe get an upgrade of loot, rock up, do it, no one talks to each other, barely. They do sometimes. I had a group which we actually talked to each other, stayed around after the boss was dead. We had a quick chat, you know, oh yeah, talked about Legion for a bit, and then everyone fucked off. Of course, the majority of people just fucked off as soon as they were killed. You know, at least there was that one time where we had a chat, and that was nice. I enjoyed that, because once again, I like talking to people in this game. It's an MMO. Right now, it's just the more people hit it, the more health it gets. That's not really interesting. They need to put more mechanics in for the actual boss. Like with the gym, I fucking love that boss. That boss is the exception, because it has actual mechanics that if you just run in there or you just tag it once, all that bullshit, it doesn't matter, because it has all those different mechanics. That is the pinnacle of how they should do every single boss. Most of them, unfortunately, are just tank and spank, and they need to fix that. Once again, it's Blizzard being lazy. But overall, the system as a whole is great for the sole purpose that it gets people out into the world, but it's just a bit boring and a bit rushed. They could stand to make it better. Alright, next we're going to be moving on to garrisons. So, the pros for garrisons. Class order halls. I'm not going to call them that because they're fucking just garrisons. But the pros are you can see other people. That's it. Those are the pros for this system. It's crap otherwise. Alright, moving on to the cons for it. The system itself is just shit and it just needs to be scrapped, okay? It didn't work. It's Garrisons 2.0. Okay, just because you put a fresh coat of paint on it, you give it a brand new name, you give people the ability to see other people, okay? Doesn't mean shit. It is Garrisons. It didn't work in WoD, okay, because it was boring as fuck. And just because you can see people, it doesn't mean shit, because everyone just rocks up, they just do whatever the fuck mandatory shit they need to do in their fucking garrisons, and then they piss off. If that's the reason why it's there, if it's something that people don't want to do, they're just doing it because it's a necessity and they have to, why is it still here? And don't give me that bullshit once again from people, oh, but they've already spent money on it, and you know, they don't have to go scrap it because they spent money to develop it. Fuck off. They have billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Like, just off WoW alone, they make billions of dollars. If they spend $20-30 million on a system and it doesn't work, who cares? Scrap it. Yes, $30 million to us is insane and it's a fucking stupid amount of money. But for them, it is a drop in the fucking water. And if it benefits the health of the actual fucking game, just get rid of it. Don't try and just slap new coats of paint on it and rebrand it to us in the same old way. Because that's all class order halls are. They're garrisons. Just repackage in a nice new package and gone, here you go, remember that thing that you hated? Oh, but it's different now. When it's not, it's exactly the same. Scrap the fucking thing. This bit's gonna, okay, from garrisons to the next part's gonna get a very bit, salty, you could say. But then again, this is all about valid criticisms of these things. Okay, we're moving on to legendaries. Now pros. Okay, none. Legendaries in this X pack have no fucking pros whatsoever. They haven't had any pros for a very long fucking time. It's a system based solely around RNG. It's not only not fun, it's not exciting. It's just got nothing, no substance in it whatsoever. Legendaries now have the equivalent of just greens, and that's all it is. It's just greens. Blizzard have not done legendaries right since vanilla, basically vanilla through to wrath. Okay, back then legendaries meant fucking legendary. You saw someone rocking a hand of rag, you saw someone running around with Illidan's glaives, you got jealous and you got hard at the exact same fucking time. Okay, it actually meant something. You know that guy's a fucking badass, okay? He's worked for it. He's done the hardest content, or some of the hardest content possible, in order to get that fucking thing. You get the people bitch, oh, but then he runs in and just kills me instantly. That's unfair. Stop being a whiny little bitch. Okay, you don't need everything off the bat right away for no fucking work. You have every chance of getting that too, if you get into a raid and you do that sort of stuff back then. Now, it's not. Now it's just every single person gets this legendary that's based on RNG. You might not even get one. And even if you do get one, it might be a shit one. So then if you do get one, but it's a shit one, okay, you may as well not even equip it. Because once again, iron level isn't king. People think iron level is the be all and end all, but it's about your stats. That's why you have some people who have fucking 40 iron level higher or 20 iron level higher than other people, but the person with the lower iron level is absolutely crushing them on the meters because the person's actually gone for their main stats over just iron level. Demon Hunter's perfect example. You might get haste and mastery on a legendary. That's useless to you. Even though it's a legendary, it's useless because haste is shit. You want crit and mastery, but you need to actually hope to God that first off you get one. Mind you, I still don't even have a legendary. I know some people who don't even have legendaries, and there's people who have like 4 or 5. The whole system itself is broken and they still haven't fixed it. It basically ended up being extremely shit. You can't have a whole system based around the most powerful items in the game, apparently, which they're supposed to be. It's a legendary. It's supposed to be the most powerful item in the fucking game. Okay? You can't have a system built around that is 100% RNG based throughout the world and caches and all this bullshit. Let's be honest, they did it to please all the special little snowflakes. All the people who are like, oh, but I'll never raid, or I'll never do this, or I want a legendary. That's why they did it, for them. And because of them, they had to bring legendaries down to basically being blues and greens, just with a really high iron level and some fucking, depending on who you are, some game-changing fucking traits on it, just to make people feel special. But the problem is, when every single person is special, no one is special. And that's what we need to take away from this. This whole system is fucked. They need to take legendaries back to how they used to be in vanilla through the wrath. They were important, they fucking meant something, they were extremely hard to get, and if someone had them, that guy was king. They fucking earned it. And anyone who gets salty about that, well, guess what? You're a flog. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to PvP. So the pros for PvP are, it's a lot more balanced for the most part, okay? Now they have an active way of balancing PvP, so they got their toggles, like they like to call it, and they can basically switch it on the fly for when people get too overpowered and blah, 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 blah. They still need to work on the PvP balance, but they have a better system now for balancing PvP, which is really, really good, and I'm not going to complain about that. Any system that's like set just for PvP balance is a good one. Prestige system is cool to a certain extent. Okay, I really, really love the borders. The fact that you can get these border portraits, you can get the rewards, the gold rewards, all that sort of stuff, the PvP mounts, all of that is really, really cool. I actually like that. It's an external goal to go for. So if you want those borders and everything, you have something to work towards. That's what an MMO is about. An MMO is having something to work towards. You always got to be going in a fucking direction. If you're not going in a direction, then what the hell is the fucking point? Moving on to the cons. In the same sense that you have some little things to work towards with the prestige and stuff, once again, none of those are very big. Once you've done those, and they don't take long if you actually go for it, you have nothing to work towards. See the problem here? Back in the day, you used to have gear, so everyone was chasing better gear. Vanilla is the perfect example. You used to be able to chase High Warlord gear. Used to chase fucking Field Marshal gear. And if you saw someone running around in that, once again, they're fucking king shit for a goddamn fucking reason. Because they've worked hard and they've farmed the shit out of it to get those sets, to get those titles. Nothing wrong with that. Only people who are little bitches who can't get that are going to bitch and complain about that. If you're bitching and complaining because someone worked his fucking ass off to get something, what the fuck's your problem? That's just being salty for the sake of being salty. And that was something to work towards for months. Upon months, I had something to work towards, and when I finally got that, it was fucking amazing. Same with the gear for high warlords and stuff. It gave you a feeling of actual fucking accomplishment. They think that that's what the legendaries now give. They're full of fucking shit. The legendaries now, you just breathe a sigh of relief. Oh fuck, I finally got it. Yay. Oh fuck, you know, I still don't have one. Crap. Back then, when you finally got there, you had a sense of accomplishment and everyone knew you were the fucking king shit because you fucking got there. You put in the hard work and you got it. And that's what this game is about. Used to be about, not anymore. And that's why another con is everything sort of feels boring with PvP. It sort of feels like you're just going through the motions, unless you're pushing like RBG, like battlegrounds and ratings and stuff. But even then, the ratings and that don't really matter anymore. They used to matter a lot, like people actually used to care. But now that you can just like pay for a fucking boost and all that bullshit, no one really cares that much anymore. And overall, it's still fun. Don't get me wrong. I still love getting on and PvPing. I cover heaps of them on my channel. But compared to what it used to be, it's a little bit boring. And the fact that everyone sort of, now they've taken away the gear disparities and stuff, which I literally had no problem with. But now that they've taken that away, it all just feels a little bit stale. But at the same time, which is weird because it's more balanced, but the more balanced it is, they had to take away everything that you get to work towards. And by them taking away everything you get to work towards, it's made it a bit boring. Because now you're just doing, you're PvPing for the sake of PvPing. And it's up to you whether you like that or not. Overall though, the PvP, I like the fact, like I said, I like the fact that they've made it more balanced and they've got these little prestige systems in to give you something to work towards, but it's not the same. And it feels a little bit hollow, which is, it's up to you whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. For me personally, it's a bit of a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not game breaking. I still enjoy PvPing. Moving on to the artifact weapons. Okay, going with the pros. It's a really cool idea and it's well implemented, let's be honest. Like, the fact that, except for exceptions, I gotta put these exceptions in. The Ashbringer and Doombringer, sorry, Ashbringer and Doomhammer. Doombringer. Blech. I'll talk about those a bit later, but overall, it's a cool system that's implemented. It gives every class an actual and like spec a unique feeling, which is awesome because you get to work towards something, you do your quests and everything, which are fucking amazing of acquiring them, getting them, you get all this storyline, fluff, lore, backstory. It's all fucking good and I enjoy that so much. And I love WoW so much because of the lore of the game. That's what got me into the game to begin with, okay? And any time they actually actively work on not being lazy and giving us lore, I'm going to be happy with that. It's overall a really good system the way they've implemented as well. Smooth. Okay, smooth as a baby's fucking bottom. Nice that they've actually put it in, and it's one thing I will give WoW and Blizzard in general is everything they put in generally is smooth and it works well. That is one thing that they've always done, and even now they continue to do that. And moving on to next pro, it gives you something to work on. And at the start of the expansion, it was a really, really good way to give you something to actually work towards. Because you're like, fuck, I just got here, now I got to go get my artifact weapon. And that was really cool, the way it was set up. And I wouldn't mind if they did that for every single expansion. That'd be fine. Moving on, the skins are fucking awesome. This is one of my highest praises for the artifact weapon is the skins. And the fact that they've done the skins in a way where you have lots of variation. You also have an ability to go out into the world and PvP if you choose to get those ones, and you have a fucking goal. This is the goal I was talking about, where you go, oh, I want that really fucking cool, I want that really, really cool skin. I want that really cool PvP skin. That's at the end. What I need to do? Get fucking prestige 1,000,000. Cool, I'm going to go do that. And now you have something you're working towards in order to get to that. That is amazing. And that is what this game needs more of. More goals, more working towards something, and something that actually includes other people. I will never fault that. And that is one of the biggest pros of this whole system, the artifact system. Going on to the cons. Ashbringer and Doomhammer is gay. Plain and simple. Everyone gets one. They're named weapons. That's fucking stupid. Because if everyone has one, Ashbringer is shit, okay? Why does everyone get named weapons? Everyone else, cool, you get these cool weapons that are fucking, you don't really know of, they're made up, they're off other lore characters that are gone. That is really cool, because it still gives you a sense of, this weapon is fucking sick. This weapon kicks ass. But I didn't just take it off one of the biggest lore characters in the fucking history of World of Warcraft over there, while he's being a little puss in the corner. It's fucking stupid. This whole Chosen One bullshit also is fucking stupid. Why the fuck how did I go from vanilla, running around being just some random adventurer, which is cool, making my way out in this world? I looked at people like Malfurion and like, you know, Thrall and fucking Sylvanas and stuff, and you go, whoa, the leader of these factions are badass as fuck. And whenever you did stuff, it's like, I'm doing this with a bajillion other guys. It's like we took down Onyxia. It took fucking 20 of us. We had to dogpile in there just to take someone down. Ragnaros, 40 people. It felt like you were doing something massive with a bunch of other adventurers. Everyone's in their clown suits just to kill this major lore character and stuff. Now, you're the chosen one. You're the best thrower. Oh, take Doomhammer. It's better in your hands than it ever was in mine. I'm one of the biggest lore characters ever, but now I'm just getting my ass kicked by everyone. And don't give me that the elements abandon him bullshit. The whole point of it is that they're killing off major lore characters and making you better than major lore characters, and that is stupid, because if you're the pinnacle of this game and you're the chosen one and you're the best guy on the planet, then why the fuck am I still running around killing boars? Why am I still running around fucking doing all this bullshit, gathering feathers? What the fuck? If I'm the top shit, then why don't I just sit in my garrison all day and send fucking plebs to do it? It's a dumb narrative, and once again, it's there for special little snowflakes, so everyone goes, oh, I'm special. No, you're not special. Get the fuck over it. You're some random guy running around this world, helping the big lore characters do shit, and that's what they need to get back to. Enough of this fucking, I'm the best crap. And by giving people Ashbringer and Doomhammer, it's just facilitating that bullshit. Lastly for this is the artifact talent tree, the AP. It's just a fucking grind. It's literally just your class balancing or put in there, and then they force you to run around and get all this AP, which is just a grind. No matter, there's no way to stick around it. It's just a huge fucking dump of grinding just to fucking get you to fill it out, so that way at the end of it, your class is balanced. Okay. I thought they could have done so much more of it once again. Blizzard being lazy, taking something that they were going to do anyway, repackage it in this new way, and then just give it to you. You get all the fucking idiots who are too stupid to realize what it is, and they go, this is a really good system. No, it's not. It's something that they were going to do anyway. They just rebranded it and gave it to you, and you brought it hand over fist and think it's amazing. Like, seriously, that completely blows my mind how people can do that. Overall, the artifact weapon system has so many pros, though. It's cool. It's got a cool introductory. You can get these lore weapons that are out there that you haven't really seen. No one's using them quite yet. And then you can bring them into the fold. You can have this whole quest line to get them. It creates a narrative. It creates lore. It's really, really fucking cool. But it has its downsides, just with the fact that... But the downsides are more the fact that they're trying to make you better than the lore characters, and they're trying to make you seem a lot better and more important than you actually are. You're just a fucking adventurer, man, and that's what they need to get back to, the role-playing game aspect of it. I'm not role-playing as a single-player fucking like multi-god guy who's running through killing dragons and stuff. No, I'm just some random adventurer going through building my own little character the way I want to build him, and I'm part of this vast world with all these incredibly interesting massive lore characters, and there's just people everywhere, and I'm just trying to make my way through it. That's what this game needs more of. And the cons of this artifact power system, apart from the grind of the AP, is literally that, the fact that they're trying to use the artifact power system and the artifact weapon to try and make you seem more important than you actually should be. And I hate that. But apart from that, it's a good system, and I hope they do continue with it. Now we're going to talk about the RNG of the game, okay? And the time gating. Now you get so many people who crap on about, oh, there's no time gating whatsoever. There's no the RNG is not that bad. You're a fucking sook if you're crying about it. Those people I spoke about at the start of the video, they're the ones who talk about this crap, okay? This right now isn't World of Warcraft. This is World of Diablo, because every single thing you do in this game is based on RNG. The entire gearing process from every single thing is RNG. It's just forcing you to do content for the sake of doing it, because you might, it's the ultimate carrot on the stick, okay? Diablo, like I said, if you're playing a game like Diablo, that's completely fine, because you're going into that game expecting it to be RNG. You're expecting a grind. With World of Warcraft, an MMORPG, you're not expecting that. You're expecting some grind. Anyone who says you're not going to get a grind in MMO is a fucking flog. You're expecting a little bit of a grind. You were expecting some RNG. But if I'm doing dungeons, I don't want to... I'm doing that to get a set. Back in the vanilla, perfect example, okay? You would level up, you'd hit cap, you'd go get your fucking set. For me, it was Beast Stalkers. So I'd have to run all these dungeons to get my Beast Stalker set, and that was worth doing. I didn't care about the small grind and the small RNG there, because I actually fucking had a goal at the end of it. Goals, that's what I'm talking about here. That's what this is missing. I had a goal. Got my Beast Stalkers. My next goal, Giant Stalkers. Into MC we go. Grind, RNG. Doesn't matter, because I have an actual fucking goal. I was chasing something. Now, WoW, you're not chasing fucking anything but a number. This right here, where is it? Boom, that's what you're chasing. You're chasing this fucking IM level number. And how are you doing that? You're chasing that IM level number by simply fucking going out and doing the exact same content over and over and over again, and then just sitting there rolling a dice. You're just rolling a dice. Oh, did I get lucky enough to get a piece of gear? What's this? A Titan Forge? Oh, a Titan Forge 845. I already have 845. Let's go do that dungeon again. And again, and again, and again. And then you might not even get gear sometimes. And when you do get gear, you then have to hope that the Titan Forges and War Forges pass what you already have. And if it doesn't, you just got to go and do the same shit again. It's dumb. It's a treadmill. This is literally the biggest treadmill ever, and they've implemented it into WoW. Time gating. Your class quests are time gated to the fucking roof, right? I was so excited with your class campaign. I was so excited when I started doing it, because I'm like, this is fucking cool. This is what Blizzard needs to do more of. More lore, more story, more something to do. You know, I have a goal. I'm working towards something. I really want to enjoy this. I was enjoying it vastly. I was working towards something. I was learning more about my character and the like hunters and demon hunters and shit. It was fucking cool. And I was going to praise that as the best system in WoW, in Legion, and then they fucked it like they always do. Because I got there and it's like, go to your scouting hole mission table. Now send your followers off and fucking for 5 4-hour missions, so that way we can like find shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You took something that could have been one of the greatest things, the class order hole campaigns, greatest things in Legion, the most interesting things in Legion, and then you just time gate it like that? That's just artificially gating it, because you know for a fact that Blizzard, same with Suramar, okay, I'll get onto that, Suramar as well, okay? Fucking amazing story. Suramar and the class order hall campaigns are fucking amazing. But then with Suramar, they absolutely, I was enjoying it so much, I was fucking powering through it, and then they're just like, cool, now get honored. So go do daily quests and other bullshit in order to get honored. Now get revered, now get fucking exalted. It's the exact same time gating and locking it away, but they're doing it this time through reputation. So one side's reputation, one side's just a pure fucking order hole mission table fucking time gate. The reason why and now people go, oh, but there's nothing wrong with that, you just wanted everything now. No. Don't give me that fucking bullshit. You're an idiot if you say that, okay? It's not about that, getting everything now. It's about the fact that they did with Suramar and both fucking the class order hall campaigns, they didn't make much of it. They made a little bit of content, and then they dumped these time gates right in the middle of them 3 or 4 times to artificially extend the content. And that is why they've put RNG into every single thing you do. Dungeons, raids, fucking your professions, every single thing they've put this artificial gating in there, because Legion has a lot of busy work, a lot of content on the face of it, okay? It has a lot of content, but the content it has, it's an ocean wide, but a fucking inch deep. There is not much there. There is jack all actual content. The content that they've made is very little, but they've artificially extended it through time gating and RNG. And anyone who cannot see that, you are choosing not to see that. Either that, or you've started in Legion or fucking Ward and you don't know any better. Next, we're going to move on to raiding. Basically, raiding is not much to say. It's still good. Emerald Nightmare was okay. I still believe that they should take away, the only con I can see for raiding is the normal heroic mythic difficulty bullshit and Alpha. Alpha, throw it away, it's fucking useless, it's always been fucking useless. Normal doesn't really need to be there, okay? Either normal or heroic, one of the two. You don't need 3 difficulty levels. Basically, once again, that is artificially extending the content. They can make a raid, and they put jack all in it. You go through normal, once you're done. You go through fucking heroic, once you're done. You go through mythic, and all of that is once again chasing this minor upgrade to a fucking artificial number on your fucking screen. That's not fun. Back in the day, Molten Core and stuff had 1 difficulty. You rock in, you fucking do it. Even the Burn Crusade and fucking Wrath Lich King was perfect. 2 difficulties. You had the people who walk in and they want to do normal. They're not that great. They do their normal. They still get stuff done. And then you had the people who were the hardcore ones, or the people who were like pushing progression. They go for heroic and they get that done. There's nothing wrong with that. They didn't need to artificially add an extra layer to it just to extend the content for no reason. But raiding overall is good. It's still good, and it's been one of the only things in WoW that has continued throughout all the years, even Warlords of Draenor, to be fucking good. Lastly, we're going to move on to professions before this video gets way too long. Alright, so professions, pros, all of it. Professions are fucking hands down. I want to end on a good note. Amazing, okay? Yeah, it has no cons. The only con I could say is we've had this system since vanilla. It's the vanilla system put back in, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? You actually have depth. You go out into the world, you collect, you have your quests, which are amazing. They give you storylines. Some of them are funny as fuck. The enchanting ones are really, really cool. I quite enjoyed them, same with the tailoring. And overall, it's just a flawless system, okay? Professions are a lot more fun again. Yes, there was a bit of a debacle with the Herbalists being, and Alchemy being like the top shit, but that was a rating fuck up, not a profession fuck up. They made a mistake with rating there, where potions and pre-potting and everything was just so goddamn expensive and so goddamn needed that it sort of killed all other professions a little bit, made them like not as important, and everyone was switching over to alchemy. But that wasn't the, like I said, that wasn't the fault of professions. Professions in this X pack are fucking amazingly good, and they need to continue with this and expand on it. That was more of a rating problem, but apart from that, professions, mwah, doing fucking amazing. Moving on to my overall thoughts. Legion as an expansion, it's weird. Okay, I will say this now. Old WoW, which is vanilla through the Wrath, and then new WoW, which is Cataclysm to Legion. Legion kicks the other shit out of new WoW, hands down. Beats fucking everything they've done before. Cataclysm, pile of shit. Mr. Pandaria, pile of shit. WoD, biggest pile of shit, right? Legion, really good step in the right direction from that crap. When it comes to Legion versus old WoW, it doesn't really hold up. For the pure fact that, like I said, back then when vanilla WoW was created, it cost them $63 million to make. They only had 30 people working on it, okay? And if you look at the size of Legion and what Legion has in it, and then you look at the size of vanilla WoW, how? Considering now, once again, Legion, current day Blizzard, has billions upon billions upon billions of dollars from all these franchises. They're raking in money. They have more money than they can possibly spend. They have hundreds of thousands of staff. They got so many staff. So many staff. And if they wanted to, they could hire thousands more tomorrow and they would get that staff. So going from $63 million to make and having not that much money in vanilla and like having 30 people work on it, to now having hundreds upon hundreds of staff, billions upon billions of dollars, how are we getting less content? How are people defending this shit? It blows my mind. How can people sit here, they're shooting you in the foot, and you were thanking them for shooting you in the foot, and when people go, hey, don't shoot that guy in the foot, the guy who's been shot in the foot is defending the company for this bullshit, okay? Yes, they're a business and they're here to make money. I fully get that, but guess what? Why the reason why their philosophy has changed from back in the day, you used to have to give a lot of content, fucking balls to the wall content and quality, because that was the only way people were going to play your game. Nowadays, it's reversed. I don't know how the industry is reversed this way. It's not just WoW, it's everything. Now, every company gives as little content as possible, put as much RNG and time gating in as possible, but still charge full price and rake in double the money than they would back then. And people defend it. It makes no sense whatsoever. Legion is a good expansion. Don't get me wrong. Okay? It's a good new expansion for what it is. It's fucking miles better than Wall of the Draenor was. Miles fucking better. But Blizzard in general need to do better if they want WoW to survive. There is better, despite what people believe. People are leaving WoW. They're already leaving. 3 months into this expansion, they're already leaving. And the main reasons why people are leaving, and it's over and over the same shit. RNG, time gating, and they're just getting burned out from grinding. The Western market does not like grinding. That's why WildStar died. That's why Black Desert died. That's why all these other games that come out and are grindy as fuck and RNG as fuck, they all die. Because the Western market does not like grindy MMOs. They do not like RNG based MMOs. That's the East. The Chinese markets, they fucking eat that up. Not the West. And Blizzard needs to turn this ship around, and they're on a good track. I gotta stress that. They're on the right track. If they keep going and they start adding more fucking content, more content, not less, and just elongating it through artificial means. No. More content, actual content that you could just play hours and hours on end, and not just burn out through in a couple of weeks, because there is that much of it. Which, yes, Vanilla, The Burnt Crusade, all Wrath of the Lich King, all had that. So don't fucking say they can't do it, because they fucking can, and they already did. So don't say they can't. In fact, now they have more means to do it than they did back then. That's you just defending them. If anyone says that, you're defending them for the sake of it, because you got those blinders on, okay? They're in the right direction. They need to keep going. And I hope WoW doesn't die, because I love this game. The reason why I've been playing for 12 years is because I love this game. It's my childhood, man. I don't want this game to die, and that's why the reason I pick it apart the way I do, and I look at the faults of the game, is because I know what this game can be. I know what it has done. I know how good and interesting it can actually be. And just to see them sort of Blizzard give up and not give a shit anymore with the way that they're actually approaching the game, it hurts, man. I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on this game. I've spent hundreds upon thousands of hours on this game. Back in vanilla, I used to log on and I'd fucking play 14, 15 hours straight while going to school. I'd go to school, I'd finish, I'd come home, play WoW, I'd get a couple, 3-4 hours sleep, and go to school again, and get up and come play WoW. That's basically my routine. Now, I log on, and I log on to WoW, I do my daily quests, like if there's any gear upgrades, I do my order haul and Suramari if they let me do it. I do some PvP, I do some raiding, and then I log off. That's just not because that's not because, oh, I'm bored, that's because I get to a point where I play for 3-4 hours, and then, unless I'm raiding or PvPing, I have nothing to do. I'm just literally sitting there like looking at my map like, what's left? Oh, I can go run dungeons over and over again for the chance of getting something. No, I'll just go play another, I'll go cover another game. Because that's more worth my time than trying to sit here and just grind this shit out. And yeah, overall, Legion, once again, good expansion, on the right direction. But they have made some fuck-ups, and people need to acknowledge their fuck-ups and acknowledge the pros. So that way we can give Blizzard a clear fucking path on where to go from here. Because if we want this game to succeed, I say we. Now, if we want this game to succeed and stay around, we need them to listen, and we need to not just put up our defensive walls every time someone criticizes it. We need to listen to the criticisms, see the goddamn faults with the game, and the pros. Let Blizzard know, so we can fucking make this game what it needs to be, and what we know it can be. And that is the best fucking MMO on the planet. Because right now, the only reason it's the best fucking MMO on the planet is because there's no competition. And God forbid if a game comes out and absolutely fucking has now, especially now, after WoD and all this bullshit, and it comes out, another company comes out with the ability and the size and the scale that vanilla WoW something has, but with nowadays quality, WoW's dead. I know everyone's been saying that for a while, but there's been a couple times where WoW has come close. Walls of Draenor, perfect fucking example. If someone else had brought out a game when Walls of Draenor crashed, WoW wouldn't be a thing anymore. So for all the people sitting there and saying, you can't criticize this because I like it too. But I obviously like it more than you because I want this game to last. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And that's why I'm picking out the problems so we can fix it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I know it was a bit of a ramble. I know it was a bit of a rant. This video has been a long time coming, and yeah, I just had to get a lot of things off my chest with Legion, and I've had some people asking me about my opinion on it, so I thought I'd just give this video and just like pump this thing out. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, leave a comment down below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I want to know, do you think I'm full of shit? Are you one of those people at the start of the video who disliked it, stayed around, and now you want to yell at me for a bit? Go for it. If you agree with me, please tell me why you agree with me, tell me why you disagree with me, all of that in the comments down below. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.